Welcome to the Keep the Faith podcast. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Shelanda, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. All right. Welcome to the Keep the Faith podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. I have Miss Shelanda Deas with me today. I've been trying to get Shelanda on like forever. But before Shelanda tells a little bit about herself, I want to give a birthday shout out to Mrs. Keetra Boston, who's celebrating a birthday on today. Also got to show love to Miss Tina Hyman, who lost her husband, Mr. Robert Hyman. We had a beautiful celebration of life for him this past Thursday. So I want to show Miss Tina some love. And this is the time, a lot when we lose loved ones, after the funeral is when they need you the most. So make sure you guys continue to pour that love to Miss Tina. So I had to say that in case I forgot after the podcast. But Miss Shelanda, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like I said, y'all, I have been trying to get Shelanda for a minute. She's like, oh, but I got her today. So Shelanda, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, Tori, thank you for inviting me on your podcast. I really, I appreciate it. Yes, I was a little kind of nervous at first when you asked because I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else that needs to talk about, you know, their life stories or things. But I'm excited and thank you for inviting me.
You're
Um,
welcome.
yes, yes, yes. So, tell me. Okay, so actually, who is Shelanda Deas? She is a resource bridge connector, someone that loves helping people fulfill their purpose in life. So I love making sure, life is fun. I'm excited about helping people just fulfill their purpose and any resources that I can give or I can connect people to. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure that people are excited about life and that they are loving what they do. And if they're not loving what they do, hey, there are several different options out there that you can actually, do because you evolve, life happens, things happen. And so, what you wanted to do at the age of 18, you may not want to do when you're 25 or 30 or 40 or 50. So, life happens. And so, I just want to just help people and build a community, create connections, and continue to build that firm foundation so somebody else can build and can continue to build the next generation, can continue to build and, build a legacy that people can just continue to make an impact.
Absolutely. And of course, I told you have to mention your nonprofit as well.
Yes. Okay. My nonprofit is Lala's Full Court. It was established back in 2012. Well, actually, it came about. Well, I was talking to one of my cousins, and she was telling me about how they were doing prom makeovers in their local community. And so I was like, this would be a great opportunity to bring that to the PD area. So in 2012, that happened where I helped young ladies and young men, students, because sometimes we forget about the guys, we thinking, oh, well, the guys, they have everything, the money and all that. But, some
Mhm.
guys, sometimes they dish their girlfriends because they can't afford to go to prom, around that
Mhm.
time. So I wanted to do something for the guys and for the girls. So doing total prom makeovers where I was able to make connections with retailers, local business owners in the PD area, hairstylists, barbers, and all to make things happen for our students. And it was great, connecting with the high schools and the community, different community, what is it, organizations and everything. So it was very, very, very good. And then fast forward, life happened and wanted to do something a little different, wanted to continue to do that, but also, use the skills and talents God has given me to help with my assignment. And so I wanted to kind of restructure a lot of things. And so in 2021, I was able to kind of change Lala's Full Court a little bit. And that was where um, it's called now um, Leading Illuminating Lives by Assurance Success. And so I wanted to kind of incorporate all of what I love to do, which is being that resource, helping people and educating them on different topics that a lot of times our communities don't really focus on, whether it's health, dealing with women with their reproductive systems, with, health disparities. If it's still with self-imaging with the younger generation when it comes to prom, or not just prom, but just with anyone, doing makeovers. And also just dealing with certain when I talk about health issues, COPD, certain things that we don't really focus on that we need to focus on. And that's where the tea came into play, the holiday teas and the emergency teas that I'll be doing in the community. And also just, my assignment course with dealing with community,
Mhm.
community development, making sure that, we're establishing and vibrant communities for our next generation and for those currently now. And that's where Canvas of Courts came into play. Saw where they were doing that in other communities and was like, you know what, we need to have that in the PD area. And so God allowed me to ask Ashley to be the artist and, got that started. And we will continue to finish that project. So it's just a lot that he's given me to do. And I just want to make sure that I am being, obedient and doing it. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about Shalonda, a little bit. And
Absolutely. And before
yeah,
we get started on the topic, I'm gonna go through some of the comments because last Monday when I did the podcast last month, I got so caught up in the conversation, I forgot to show some of the comments last. So I apologize, y'all. I didn't show it. Not too many comments left. I was caught up in the conversation. So let me go through some of the comments. Miss Deborah says, "Hey, Touring. Hey, Shalonda." And Miss Deborah says, "Tell Mama I don't know how to pronounce your
you
mama's
tell
name."
you, my mama, how much you tell you. I'll tell you, you said, hey.
And hey, Jason. And he said he asked you, do you have family in Charleston?
I used to actually stay down in the Charleston area, but you know what? I probably do have, yeah, I have family down there, my sister and a couple other people.
And Victor talking about resources. I need cash. Oh gosh. Kimberly says, "Hey, Shalonda Tor. Hey, Kimberly." And Miss Nas is they don't need a G. What does that mean? Is that
Um,
girlfriend? I don't know.
um,
But anyway, listen. Thank you guys for tuning in. And actually, I told Shalonda, she's like, "Tori, what are we gonna talk about?" I said, "Shalonda, pray about it, and whatever God placed on your heart, speak on it." So, what do you want to talk to the people? Because there's so much. You're a wealth of knowledge. Just how you talk to us in the sisters group on Facebook, and we have our private Zoom. What just talk to the people. Whatever is on your heart.
well, I mean, actually, one thing that I always, I love, and that's what I'm currently doing. I'm currently a career coach at Appalachian State. And, currently I'm helping students, connect with what they love to do, their career interests or their work interests,
Mm-hmm.
their their personality, their skills, kind of connecting them to a career fit, what they want to do later on in life. And a lot of questions that I ask the questions, what do you want to contribute to the world? A lot of times, we have so many skills and talents, and a lot of us don't really think that we have the capability of that stuff that we have passionate inside that's burning for us to solve. What problem are you supposed to solve in the world using your skills and talents that you have been placed to have? Because when you don't resolve or solve the particular issue that you're assigned to solve, you're not gonna make that impact for the next generation to do their problem solving. So you know, I like to just ask that question, what problems do you want to solve, and also what does your legacy looks like? What's something that you want to leave behind, and how does that quality of life looks for you? And also, one thing that I always point out is what is your marketing campaign? How does that look? Because, we think with politicians, they have a campaign manager, but how does your personal brand look? How do you want to have everyone, in the world to know who Tori is, you know, and how do you want to display that? What is the skills and talents that you have that can affect the next generation? So those are just some questions that, want to kind of ask. And for myself, I know for me, I love helping people, as I said earlier. And from what I've done, from, undergrad with having an industrial engineering degree, I actually thought that I wasn't smart enough to go out and be a quality engineer, because, in school, I did okay, in college, high school was fine, honor student, but when I got off to college, I looked, doing orientation, they say, look to your left, look to your right. And it's like, you don't want to be, you want to be here and you want to be, you know, getting that degree. And
Mm-hmm.
so coming in, it was kind of like, do I want to stick with this particular degree or do I want to get out and do something that I really love? I was focusing on making sure that I got something that, will allow me to have money. Back then you're looking like, dog, what's going to give me the quality of life that I want to have? And so with that, life happened, went to Clemson, and I graduated. I gave myself 5 years. They say engineer 5 years, but I stayed a little longer than 5 years. But but I did an internship and everything, and life
Yeah.
just happens. And I graduated with the industrial engineering degree, but then after that, I was like, is this really what I wanted to do, or really was this something that going off to school? They said if you like math, if you like this, you should try this particular field. But my heart was really dealing with helping people, and how will I connect that together? And so he allowed me to start teaching. I did several different things, from teaching to being a planner for the county, from working for SC Works, dealing with unemployment, just different things that I did. And then I was community development specialist, so did things with the city, county, education, and then this happened,
Mhm.
and meeting people, networking is so important. And God just allowed me to help people with their careers, so I'm liking it. I like helping students with their, helping them find what majors is going to be a best fit for them, and having them to think, not just now, but looking at what quality of life you want to have and how I'm going to get to that. How does my success look? So everyone has their, definition of how their success looks. How does yours look? And so that's where I am, just telling people to create their own path, but stay in your own lane and love to learn to love you, regardless, because we all are so different. God has created us to have our own ingredients, our own special ingredients to things. And so if someone is out there having a business that you are wanting to start, hey, contact them and see whether they can mentor you. And if they say, well, no, hey, start your own, just get in, just start by faith and
Right.
just go and do.
Right.
Um, I taught for a couple of years, encouraging people to do their own thing. And I was like, kind of afraid to step out because I didn't think that I had the resources or things, but it was always there. It's just stepping out to do it. And so I just advise everyone to just step out of that comfort zone and really go for what that that you're supposed to be doing. And even if you're in a particular situation where you're like, I can't because I have these bills and things that you have to do, get your plan together, write your goals, write not just, your career goals, but your professional goals, your, financial goals, your physical goals, your mental goals. What do you want to do? And write those things down. And one thing that I always say is, write down your personal vision statement. A lot of us don't have personal vision statements. It's like, well, who are you? Then you go on and list, all the personal stuff, but who really are you? Have you actually
Right.
sat down and actually thought about who am I? How does people perceive me? But not just what people say, but what I say. God created me and he's my creator. I don't have to answer, to people. Yeah, those are my resources, but he's my source. So at the end of the day, he created me. So that's just what it is.
I
And
love that. I love
and
that.
I'm learning. I'm learning that myself, with good people around me and just being happy, just being happy with who you are, who you're becoming. And that's where I am in life right now. I'm learning to love Shalonda. And I think everyone should learn to love themselves, regardless of mistakes. We all have made mistakes. Nobody is perfect, and yeah, forget what people say. You're going to have critics. You're going to have people that's going to be in your corner, but you're going to have to keep moving on. And that's where I am right now. So,
That's a
I'm sorry,
good
you were
place to
talking,
be.
Tori. So go ahead.
No, you
Yeah,
good.
that's where I am right now.
That's a good place to be. Imma go to some of the comments.
Oh, Lord.
Then it says, "Hi, Tori."
Oh, that's my
Uh,
cousin. Hey, Cindy.
Victor said to my she's scared. Victor, what comment? I did put your comment up. Miss Alice says, "Building legacy."
Oh, that's my cousin.
And
Hey.
Jason says, "Do you have kids? If so, how do you find the time to do everything and take care of your children?"
Well, I don't have children. I would love to have children, but I don't have any children. My cousins, and my nephew, my nieces, those are my children. And my students. So just being able to help them is so important. They can call me at any time. I'm always there. for them. So I don't have any children, but because I don't
Those are your
biologically have
children.
them,
You may not have
those are my
given birth.
children.
You may
Yeah.
not have given birth to
Yes,
children, but those are your children.
that's right. That's right.
and Miss
And I have to
and
look at it like that.
Yeah, and Miss Deborah said that's good. It was something that you said. I can't remember. You were saying you was dropping so many nuggets, but she was saying that was good with what you were saying. I got a
Oh,
little bit
thank
because
you.
there was a couple things that you said. One of the things when you said to create your own path, but stay in your own lane. And there was something else you said. I was like, wow. And right when you said it, she was like, that's good. So it was something that you said. She was saying, that's good. And she
Oh,
says,
thank
she
you.
also says, amen. And Miss Swinton Brown says, amen. Victor says,
Yes.
I'm too old for goals. It's more about maintaining now. We are too old to
Uh-huh.
be starting over. Now, Victor, no matter how old you get, you're never too old for goals. So don't say that to yourself. You're never too old for goals.
That's
Not
right.
at all. You're never too old for goals because some things that you're doing now, you may decide tomorrow that you want to do something different. So you never say that. You're never too old for goals.
That's
And
right.
Mrs. Manya Sherman says, "Hello,
Mm.
Shelanda Deas."
That's my cousins, my family. I love them. I love them. My daddy, my daddy was all of us. I mean, he's the D's, my uncles and my dad. Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
And Miss Winter Brown says, "Your presence is such an inspiration." Isn't she?
not gonna make me cry. Ooh.
And listen, I've been trying to get Shalonda on for a while. Y'all, she was running from me, but I'm so glad she's here. Let me tell you something. When I the first time I met Shalonda, it's just something about her spirit. She have a beautiful spirit about herself. And it's like actually we was having a conversation before we went live. And Shalonda, you know what? The conversation
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
like, Tori, it's okay. I was like, Shalonda, it's okay. I mean, it's just a calming spirit. And that's the
I
type of
appreciate it.
people you need around you that's gonna be calming. When you're about to panic about something, you're making a big issue about something. When you just need to calm down, she's like, it's okay. I was like, you sure? Like, Tori, it's okay.
Because
Let
I
me
used to
see.
be like that too. I used to be like just being transparent. Yeah. I was,
Oh my
wanting to please and don't, want people to see the my my mishaps and the other side. You always want to
right,
come blam up, but no, people need to see that transparent, see you
right,
the real you. Because at the end of the day, people don't want nobody that's fake and phony. You want to be able to just be who you are, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I had to I had to get that from my family, from my dad, from my mama, from my sisters. Yeah, it's like, oh well, they're gonna love you, they're gonna like you. Who cares?
right, right,
And that's where I'm learning to be right now. With myself. Because going back to when you were talking about the young lady who lost her husband. I lost my dad in 2020, and I was a daddy's girl, and I love my mom, and I love all my siblings and everything, and my cousins. But one thing I can say about my father and my uncles with their legacy, they left some brilliant, some smart, awesome children, mother, wives, and everything. They were just awesome men, and they built a great legacy for us to continue to build on. They were men of construction. They had so much wisdom. They didn't talk a lot, but when they talked, they dropped gems, and they taught me a lot. And so it made me realize, my dad, they built their legacy with construction and businesses and different things. Who am I not to do what they're doing? Who am I not to just do the skills and talents and what they had to go through to get where they are now? Hey, who am I to sit down and not do what I'm supposed to do? Not just my
right.
dad, but my grandparents, on both sides, but and my mom as well. So we have to, look at who built this path for us, this trail for us to continue to go on. Who was the forefathers, the people that, actually helped us get to where we are now? And we have to not sit down. We got to stand up and make things happen, And I talked a lot at first, like I said, but it was just time to step out and do. And I had a lot of people to help me with that. When we did Sisters Crowning Sisters, still doing that, it was an opportunity to connect like Nicole. Charlene and Kendria, I asked, can we do this? Because yeah, I didn't like social media, but I know that but they taught me a lot. And
Yeah.
not just them, but a lot of people, that I've have dealt with, along the way, good
Hmm.
friends, my friends Connie, Mika, Tamara, Deidre, Kathy, everyone, my sister Veronica, Angela, everyone has just been a blessing. And no matter what you do, I'll say find you a mentor, find you somebody that's doing what you want to do, and just ask them. Sometimes you can mentor a person from afar, and you'll never know, that you're
Right.
being their mentor. And just reach out to people. It doesn't hurt to ask. If
Right.
they say no, it's okay. Oh well, let me create my own. It's
Right.
okay. It's
Right.
okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't
No,
know.
you
I was
good. You
talking all
good.
over.
No, you good. While you were talking, I was looking at the comments to see what I missed. Let me see. Mrs. Cindy said, I'm so hyped and so very encouraged. That's awesome.
She's Dr. Cindy.
Oh, Dr. C, thank you so much for watching. And Miss Swinton Brown says, Amen. I'm a lifelong learner. Exactly. You continue to learn every single day. We're never gonna know it all. Miss
Yes.
Deborah says, sprint like her mama, spirit like a mama, spirit like a mama.
Spirit
And
like
Victor
you.
and Victor says, I disagree. At the end of the day, we need to be honest with ourselves. Goals are for young people. Once you get over a certain age, a goal can become a liability. For me, I got a goal, Victor, and I'm going to fulfill that goal. Now, if something happens where I'm not able to fulfill that goal in life, but I'm about to go on a journey,
That's right.
I'm 45. I'm still dreaming, baby. I'm never gonna stop dreaming. So
That's right.
that's your opinion, but
Mhm.
I respectfully disagree.
Okay.
And let's see, Mrs. Annie Swinton says, proud of you, baby girl. Look at your family
That's my
showing up and showing
auntie. That's
out.
my aunt. That's my aunt.
Hey,
This is Aunt
Auntie.
Ann. Hey, Aunt Ann.
Kimberly says she does have a beautiful spirit. I remember her from Victoria's Secret.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
And
Working
Victor,
part-time.
really? And Victor says, I am not, I'm saying Victoria, I'm calling Victor Victoria. My bad, Vic.
Victor.
I'm not going to start my master's degree at 50. Well, Victor, there are people that do. You may
Yes,
not
they
start
are.
one, but there are people that do start their master's degree at 50. And there are people that have look at what's his name? That started KFC.
Mm-hmm.
He started KFC late in life. And KFC is still going on. So he has a legacy. He left behind a huge legacy for his family because there's KFCs all over the place. And I want to say he started, I don't want to misquote, but he started late. I'm gonna just say this. He started late. Was it Colonel's? I forgot his name. He started late in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he started
Yeah.
very late in life. And like I said, there's KFCs everywhere. So it's never too late to start. And say somebody that started their masters at 50 and they live to be 95. To each his own. But like I said, I respectfully disagree. You have your opinion, but I disagree respectfully.
Everybody has their lane. Whatever your lane is, you stay in your lane and focus on, like you said, Tori. We can
Yeah.
disagree, but
And
whatever you are, whatever you are wanting to do in life, that's you. If you don't feel as though that pertains to you, then that's fine. Long
and
as
Miss
you are doing what you're supposed to do and you fulfilling it, hey, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
and Mrs. Swinton Brown says, proud of you, young women, realizing your goals and aspirations. Great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you, cousin.
And Dr. Cindy, let me slow down with now this week I'm going too fast with the comment. Dr. Cindy says, and Victor, absolutely not. As long as you have breath, you can have goals.
That's right.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Maya Sherman says, Amen. Utilizing her purpose. We all are human and fall short, but God loves us and your family loves you too. That's awesome.
Amen. Amen.
Oh, Lord. Let's see what Victor says.
Oh Lord, Victor. What we gonna say, Victor?
Victor says, all I'm saying is some goals are unachievable. It's okay to tell someone you can't do that. Let's stop pepping each other up to fail. Just like Shelanda said, like I said, I'm about to do something. And I'm not going to say, well, I'm 45. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to let my age hinder me at all. So I'm about to take a journey, and what's for me is for me. And I know it's the right journey because doors are opening for me. So, like I said, I respectfully disagree. And it's like, if my friends, if they come to me and they say, well, they want to do this, I'm never going to discourage. I'm never going to tell somebody what they can't do. I'm actually going to be their biggest cheerleader. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? It's up
That's
to
right.
that person to do what is right for them. So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, Victor, I respectfully disagree. I'm never gonna stop having goals. 'Cause like I said, there's a few things that I have on my list to do. But one thing about me, I'm not going to see. Here's the thing. Let me say this. Here's the thing. When you have certain goals in life and things that you want to do, a lot of people go to social media. A lot of people have to tell. Sometimes you got to move in silence. You don't put
Yeah,
it out there because here's the thing: when a lot of times when people put stuff on social media and people are able to see it, that's when they're going to attack you. And then a lot of times when they start attacking you, telling you what you can't do, then you start to believe it yourself. But if you don't put it out there on social media, you don't tell everybody your every move, then nobody knows what to attack. So all I'm
that's
saying is there's some things that I'm working on, but I'm not there's some things I'm working on, and don't nobody know but me and God. And if it fails, it fails, but I'm still gonna go for it.
that's right. That's right. That's
I'm
right.
still gonna go for it. And let me see what Dr. Cindy
It's for
said. Did
you.
I
It's
show
for
this one
you.
already? Dr. Cindy says, Victor White, notebook, sir. Come on, who told you that you would fail? And what is failure? A lesson to some, right? Come on. That's
Yes,
good.
a lesson unlearned is a lesson repeated.
Yes. And
Yes.
then Miss Swinton said, Amen toward. I don't know what I was saying, but I was just talking, you know. And yeah, that's it.
Colonel
Now,
Sanders.
Miss
Yes.
Deborah. So did Colonel Sanders did he start like in his, I want to say 70s, but I don't know if he was that old, but I know he started late in life. He started late in life. So like I said, I'm never gonna stop dreaming. And Victor said, y'all missing my point. It sounds good, but is it worth it? Yes, it is.
It
It
is.
is. It is.
It
It's
is.
definitely worth it. What I
Hey,
got going on is definitely worth it. And I'm going for
so,
mine.
so Victor, have you accomplished everything you want to accomplish in life?
Maybe there may be some things that you want to do. Like what if, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna allow myself to be stuck. And if I'm around stuck, and if I'm around people that allow themselves to be stuck, then I may be around the wrong people. So if you're around me, I'm going to encourage you and push you forward. I'm not going to allow, as long as you're around me, I'm not going to allow you to be stuck. So Victor, there may be something else that you want to do in life. You know what I mean? And live life to the fullest. Like God gives us all. And I just told someone this yesterday. I specifically told this person, God has given you a lot of talents. And because he has given you a lot of talents, I want to use all those talents and gifts that God has given me so that
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, whenever I do meet my maker, that I'm empty. So I'm going to do
Right.
whatever I can until I'm empty. And like I said, there's a lot of things that I'm pursuing.
That's right.
I'm going for it, and I'm not going to let nobody discourage me.
Because at the end of the day, you got to be plan A. You don't want to be plan B, C, or D, or F. So, and
Right,
if you are
right,
plan B, that's okay. But
right,
yeah, you
right,
always want to be plan A. I agree with you, Tori. All
right.
these talents are
And Miss Kimberly says, I need her info if she doesn't mind sharing. My sister knows her too.
okay. I'll
Me?
give it to Tori. Is it? I think it's
Is it for me or Shalonda? What info for me or Shalonda? Let me know in the comments. And Dr. Cindy says, I hear you, Victor. I promise you, I do. It's worth it. It's worth
it
it. It
is.
really is.
It really is. It
And
is
Miss,
a test.
it's
I'm a cheerleader.
that that's it. Faith walk. That's it. And he said, I need a friend, not a cheerleader, but I love you dearly. Listen, I'm gonna be your friend, I'm gonna be your cheerleader, I'm gonna be your supporter, I'm gonna be your encourager, I'm gonna be whatever you need. Because one thing about me and what should already know, Victor, I value friendships. So whatever you need, I got your back. That's just how I roll. And like I said, I'm not gonna allow anybody that's in my circle, I'm not allowing you to be stuck. I'm not gonna allow you to talk critical or bad by yourself. I'm not going to allow you to say, well, I can't do this or I can't do that. I'm going to tell you that you can. You may tell yourself that you can't do something. I'm going to tell you that you can, because sometimes people will see things in you that you don't even see in yourself. Trust me, I
That's
know,
right.
because I'm a living witness. People saw things in me that I didn't see in myself. So you may tell yourself that you can't do something, but somebody else may tell you that you can, and they may see that you can. They know your potential. So never,
That's right.
never say that about yourself. I'm not gonna allow you. When you're around me, I'm not gonna allow you to do that.
You're
And Miss
right.
Deborah, right? And Miss Deborah says, Colonel, okay, he was okay. See,
He's 65.
65. He was 65 years old, and they are KFC locations everywhere. So that means if he started at 65, right? I'm just
Mm-hmm.
45. So that's like 20 years. If and what if you know what I mean? He started. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Miss Deborah, for doing that research. I was thinking he was 70, but I knew it was late in life. 65, yeah. Yeah. And Victor says, I'm here, goal accomplished. I don't need anything other than the breath and God. Goals are a luxury. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then oh,
Okay. I'll give it to you.
and then Dr. Swinton says, absolutely. Cheerleaders are awesome, but you are responsible for Victor ultimately. Receive the love, show yourself friendly, my dear, and your friends will find you.
Good fast, Cindy.
Jason says, Victor White, my bills don't care about my goals. Okay. Shaquana says, you,
Oh,
YOU,
you
meaning
are.
yourself, who you see in the mirror, your only
Mm-hmm.
competition. Live your best life. As Miss Attitude, I would say, F the haters. And then, so yeah. But Jason, you said, let me put your comment back up. You said your bills don't care about your goals. Okay. While you have bills, you're still going to do what you need to do and to ensure that your bills are taken care of. So I'm not saying to neglect your responsibilities, to neglect your bills. You still can accomplish other things while having bills.
Yeah.
I still got bills, but there's other things that for me, I could say it's a faith walk. Some things that I want to accomplish, it's a faith walk, but I'm not going to neglect my bills. I'm not going to do that. I'm still going to do what is necessary in order to ensure my bills are paid. I'm not going to
That's right.
focus, but here's the thing for me personally, I'm not going to focus on my bills. I'm going to focus on God and me. It's up to me to live my purpose. And there's things that I know that I have in me. And there's people that have pointed out things that they see in me that I know that I'm going to accomplish some things. But like I said, I'm the type, I don't speak on everything that I'm doing because I don't believe in posting everything on social media.
That's
That's just
right.
not my thing. I'm not a social media person. When I open the mic to speak or when I post something on social media, it's with purpose. I don't post stuff
Mm-hmm.
just to post it. I post it with purpose. And like I'm on another thing, I'm on a weight journey. I was talking to Shelanda, we talked yesterday.
Yeah.
There's some goals that I want to achieve in regards to my weight because I allowed myself to let food take over my life while I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
And I stepped on the scale and I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
I totally
So
understand.
that's one of my goals. I have fitness goals and there's some other things that I want to do as well. So I'm not gonna let nobody stop me. Can't nobody stop me but me. So I'm gonna
Mm.
keep pushing forward and it's a faith walk. It's a faith walk.
That's right. That's right.
And Miss Swinton says upward mobility, attaining all that God has for us.
Right.
Absolutely. Now
Absolutely.
that's a word right there.
Upward mobility. That's right.
And that was Shalana. There was
She was a
something else
teacher.
you said, but I can't remember what. I should have been taking notes. But like
Mhm.
I said, everything that you said was good. There was some nuggets. And what's your check your phone? What's your phone looking like?
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Okay,
It's good.
good.
It's good.
So let
It's
me tell
great.
y'all, the
Like my
devil
mama
want
would say, all is well.
okay. Okay. So yeah. So there's anything else you want to mention? Because I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, anything else you wanna talk about? I mean, when you have a platform like this, it's so important that you get information out to people, like you said, it's purpose driven. So what is it today? What is it on your heart today that you need to tell somebody? Because you never know who needs that smile, who needs to just say, hey, how you doing? People will laugh at me. I'll just say, hey, how you doing today?
Yeah.
Looking, I'm like, well, you never know. I mean, I've worked with people that you saw them one day, the next day they committed suicide.
Mhm.
And you're like, you don't know what goes on in a person's life. So that was always, how you doing today? Just to kind of talk. I say that to my students. Say that to anyone. And that's something that I do, even in my emails. I hope
Right.
your day is going well,
Right.
but everyone has days, good days, bad days, but at the end of the day, you know, it's how you want to leave that day. And if it's a good
Right.
spirit and a bad spirit, that's totally on you.
And the other thing I wanted to ask you, you said you help people fulfill, is it basically you help people fulfill their purpose? What exactly does that entail?
Well, I like to be that connection, create connections. So if a person, is looking to start, say for instance, is someone they're going to be having an event this weekend coming up in Florence actually, and it was just like my cousin in Charlotte. She made a connection, and just because this is something that's important to them to bring to the community to make an impact for young girls, it's like she saw the fact that, oh, my cousin, she can make this connection with you to make sure that you can get some volunteers or some people to help you, fulfill and make sure that your event is impactful. So I like to build that, be that connector, be that person that can give you a resource that can help you, and make that connection, even if it's something that I can help you with, But
Right.
I want to make sure that I ask people, so what you want to do? What you like to do? You know, um, and then find out how I can help in that process. Even
Mhm.
if it's just to brighten their day, like I said, with the students with the prom makeovers, or if it's educating somebody when we did the tea, what is it that I can help, based on what I've gone through, based on what family members have gone through, you know, um, how can that be of help to somebody else? Because you never know what people are going through, and your testimony can help deliver somebody else. And that sometimes we don't talk about certain topics and certain things that can be of help because we're afraid that people are going to look at us like, "Dog, you did that, you went through that, all that. Who cares?" Yeah, and I'm delivered, and I'm and I'm free. So
Right.
and it can help the next person. So, you know, that's just,
It's all
I guess
about
I've
being
always
free.
been like that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's no, you're good. It's all about being free. Now, Victor wrote a paragraph. Let's see what Victor said.
Oh Lord, Victor. We love you, Victor. I'm
Victor
not a
says,
life coach. Well,
so let me say this. Shalon's a life coach. I wanted her to expound on when people have unachievable goals. How do you coach them? I'm not trying to change the energy of the show, but we need to stop encouraging folks to do what we all know they can't do. It's okay to
okay.
tell someone you can't do that. You can save them time and money and their dignity. Please explain. First of all, Shalonda, you're not a life coach, are you?
No, I'm not a life coach, but if you want to say I'm a life coach, I'll be a life coach too. I'm a life
Listen,
coach.
put that
Hey,
on
I'll take that
the resume.
role. We'll take that role today. I
Let me put
mean,
it, so let me put that back up there so you can answer his question.
how do you coach them? I mean, at the end of the day, it is okay to tell someone, if, you know, tell someone you cannot do that. You could save them time and money and their dignity. How do you coach them? That's a good question. You give people options, looking at what they're good at. And that's just common things that we do on a regular basis, finding out what their interests, what they're skilled at, what they're good at, what they have that passion for. What is it that they want to succeed in life? How does their quality of life looks at the end of the road? So then you can start asking questions, just about who they are, what you want to do. And if it's a path that they want to take, and you see where, you know what, you may want to go this route, giving them options and letting them, you know see all of those options, and for them to be accountable and to select which one would be a better fit for me, based on what they love, and based on what you see, giving them advice, and based on assessments. It could be based on several different things. But one thing is, you give people options, um, And if they do fail at it, a lot of times people have businesses and they're waiting for their yes. A lot of times they can go to the bank and it's like, no, I can't help you. No, I can help you. But you'll find that one yes. So never discouraging them, but giving them options to help them know that, hey, if I can't do it this way, I might can do it this way, be creative in doing something else. We have several students and people in life that may want to, how can I say, uh, give me something. There's several different options out there for people, and it's just according to how you could be creative in your own way and make things happen. That's how I would say, giving people options and be creative in doing your own, having your own lane and staying in your lane and using your skills and what you love to do and your passion and going from there.
Yeah.
Everyone is different. Everyone has that is art. Everyone is different, and everyone has that authenticity, that one ingredient that no one else has. And how are you going to make sure that you can just dab that into the world? I give Tori a
Right.
little bit of this, give my cousin Cindy a little bit of this, but it's something that you have that no one else has. And what is
Right.
that?
And I'm glad
What
you
is
said that. I'm glad you said that you have something that somebody else may have. Like there's a lot of people that are doing the same things. Like you have different people that are selling different products, and some people are selling the same thing, but every person has their own personality, their own way of doing things. And there's different business owners that realize, well, I'm not for everybody. Like I appreciated last week I had Miss Naj on, and even though she has a space to host events, she also promotes other locations as well. And I think that's huge when it comes to businesses, that you're not out for self. You promote yourself, but you also tell people about other
other
businesses as
people?
well. It's all about networking, or say if I can't meet that person's need, then maybe this person can meet their need. So it's all about us helping each other and basically, doing,
Each other.
coming together. And I like I said, I'm an encourager. That's just what I
Yeah,
do. I'm a
yeah,
positive thinker. I don't like negativity or anything like that. So I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna push you, even if
yeah.
you think, like I said, if you think that you can't do something, I'm like, you try it. And if you fail at it, then so be it. Like you said, so what? You tried it.
Mhm. Have no
And
regrets.
hey, Les.
That's it. Les is a good resource.
Oh yes,
Great
definitely.
resource.
Matter of
Great
fact, speaking of
resource.
Les, it's about time for Les to come on back on the podcast. It's been a
Yeah.
few months. But I gotta grab Nicole. I got to get Nicole on. I haven't
Oh
had
yeah.
Nicole on the podcast yet, so I gotta get Nicole on the podcast. But
They're
because
awesome
Nicole
resources.
be so busy, always doing things. Salute to her. And like I said,
Yeah.
it's Women's History Month, so salute to
Oh,
all the
yes.
women that are
Yes.
doing things, making it happen. I salute.
Mhm.
There's so many. I can't call out. Let me stop calling out names because I'm
I
gonna forget
know.
somebody.
You forget somebody and somebody will be like, oh, you forgot about me. You're right. It's so many. That's the thing, working together, because a lot of times if you have something that somebody else can utilize, like you say, it's good to just be able to be just be real and just help people.
Mhm.
What's wrong with helping somebody and
Mhm.
promoting the next person? Because it's
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's that's so important. We have to
Yeah.
uplift each other. We have to work together. That's
It's
so important.
very important
Unity is important. Having that unity, because division won't get it, won't cut it.
at all. And Miss Altuin
Knowing
says,
your worth.
and walking in purpose. That's it. Here come Victor. What about the men? Victor, we love the men always. We love the men always. I'm going to leave it at that. We love y'all. We can't make it without the men.
The men, the providers, the head of the household, the leaders.
Yeah.
So
So we
yeah,
love them too. We love the men as well.
that's right. We promote
And
everybody.
also, there was something else that I want to mention. Tell everybody, the people that may not know, about the group that you were talking about, the group that we're on social media.
Oh, sisters, crown and sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my friends in Charlotte, she was a part of this group during the during the COVID time when everybody was on the lockdown. And a young lady, Leslie, she started Sisters Crowning Sisters throughout. I think this the chapter in Charlotte, Savannah, and then I asked her. I said, you know what, that would be cool to have in the PD area. So it's all about promoting, uplifting sisters. We have every sisters, Chronic Sisters chapter has a web page, has a page on Facebook, and we
Mm-hmm.
just put up quotes. Charlene has been doing a great job because I'm rarely on social media, but just positive quotes. And then we would do meetups, at certain locations, different events that we will, do. We had workshops. I think we had like a little segment where we did a couple of little things regarding networking and stuff. But it's all about promoting and just encouraging each other, just having those sit down talks, real talks, because a lot of times we can say, oh, I'm real and all this stuff, and just
Mm-hmm.
having somebody just to be transparent with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Right.
and so, yeah, that's what Sisters Crowning Sisters is all about. Just promoting and just helping the next person, helping the next young lady get to their destination.
And you know what I had fun doing back in,
Mhm.
I want to say it was the end of November, beginning of December. I think it was the end of November, where we gathered together and we created Christmas cards.
Oh yes, for
That was
Charlene.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. We promote, we always help each other out. Charlene, she had the Christmas cards and we all got
Mhm.
together and did that. So anybody that's in Sisters Crown and Sisters, or just not just that, but just anyone, we always try to help and promote or volunteer for one of their events,
Mhm.
or, just donate if we can't do that. But it's
Yeah.
all about reaching out and letting people know that, hey, we got you over here. It's
Mhm.
all good.
Absolutely. Victor says this was great combo. I appreciate the interaction, ladies. Y'all be safe and send me an invite to see Victor. Let me tell you something about Victor, Shalonda, and everybody is watching. Victor is that one that's gonna push the envelope. You say you can do, if you say you can do something, he gonna see just if you can see whether, if you say you can do something, if you say you could jump a certain length, he gonna see, just he's that one that's gonna challenge you
So,
based
so,
on what you say.
so did we do what you did? Did we meet your standard, Victor? I'm assuming that we did. He said this conversation was great. So thank you to my cousins, my family out there. Y'all did an awesome job. Thank you, Victor. We appreciate you.
And Miss Maya, is that Maya
Okay,
Sherman?
my
Please send me
cousin Maya.
information on that group. So,
I sure will. I'll text you. I sure
and
will.
like I said, Victor's that one that's gonna challenge you. He's, oh my God. I can look for Victor to put something to comment out that is gonna challenge.
Did he say we did a good job, right? I want to make sure he didn't put no more comments.
He's talking about be about, yeah, that's it. That's what I was trying to say. Be
Be
about what
about
you
what you
say.
say. Go, Victor. We will. We sure
And
will.
look, he said, yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, thank you, Victor. Oh, everybody did a good job. We appreciate you, Victor. We
Listen,
need,
Victor,
you know what, Victor? Everybody needs somebody like that that's going to challenge them. So you
right.
did a good job, and that was good because I had to think about some questions. I'm like, should I say that or should I not? But you good. We appreciate you.
Listen, with Victor, you got to be able to think on your feet. Like, you got to come with it.
Well, if you said it was awesome, it must be was awesome. We appreciate you, Victor.
And Miss Alice Wynn said, enjoy you ladies sharing nuggets of wisdom. Great job. Thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, Shalonda, your family showed up and showed out. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's plenty more. That's my
Look,
mama.
look.
Hey, mama. Hey, T. Hey, mama.
Oh,
All is well.
this
But
has
yeah,
been awesome. This has been awesome. But I don't want to take too much more of your time because you're a busy person. So I don't want to hold you up. But I do want you to hold on once we end the live. I want you to hang on a second for me. But
can I say?
anyway, yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you. I think you're doing an awesome job, Tori. You keep doing what you're doing. You never know who lives you're changing. People may never say that you're helping them. So I'm just saying that keep doing what you're doing, and I'm very proud of you. And I know the listeners and the viewers, they're very proud of you too. So I just wanted to give hats off to you. You saluting everybody else, but I want to salute you. So thank you so much.
Shelanda, I'm not trying to cry.
But
I'm
it's okay. Go ahead and shed a tear because I almost cried earlier. Go ahead and shed a tear.
listen.
We love you.
You ain't
And
gonna
I
do
just
this.
met you. We just met each other.
You ain't gonna do this to me. I'm a thug. I ain't about to cry. But
But
Shalonda,
you know what? We don't give each other. Sometimes we don't tell each other. You got it going on, and you do. So I have to say it. You gave me the platform to talk. I didn't know what we were going to talk about tonight, but we just had a conversation, and I appreciate it. And I just want to say, you have to give people their flowers while they're here, and I just want to salute you.
oh yeah.
Congratulations on what you're doing, and continue to do what you're doing. This is just not local. This is globally. So I'm just proud of you. That's all I want to say. Just proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. I receive it. Oh my God, that means so much to me. That means a lot to me. And I'm gonna keep it at that because I'm a crybaby. I don't want to cry. Victor be like, "Don't be crying on the live." Let me tell you, when I cry, it be an ugly cry.
It's okay. It's okay to cry. It is okay. You're just happy. You got
Yeah.
you start out something. This was a goal, Victor, and look what she did, Victor. She got her podcast where she's talking to people, giving people a platform. Isn't that
Oh,
awesome? So
yes.
yeah, I'm
Thank
proud of you.
you. Oh man, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much for being a guest. And I'm gonna go through the last few comments before we end the live.
Okay.
Dr. Cindy says, yes. Thank you, Dr. Cindy. And Victor says, tune in to the Tangy Tea on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
And then Maya Sherman says, this has been awesome. I enjoyed your segment. Great job encouraging and inspiring us to be better than the version of ourselves now. You ladies rock. Thank
Y'all do
you.
too. Y'all
Thank
do good.
you. And Miss Alice is wonderful. Thank you so much. And Dr. Cindy says, yes. Thanks, Tori.
Yes,
Listen, y'all
my
have
aunts and uncles.
really made my day.
They're awesome. I could tell you, my cousins, I appreciate all of them. They're sweethearts, all of them.
And
And
there's
that's my
Mama.
mama. Yeah,
Man,
that's
that's
mama.
awesome,
I'm a
Shalonda.
mama too. Sweetheart.
Listen, you see how your family showed up for you? That's
They
awesome.
love me. And you know what? I'm the baby grand. I had to say that. I'm the baby grand.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the baby grand on my daddy's side and the baby grand girl on my mama's side. Yes, I am. I
Wow.
said that. But yeah, they're sweethearts. And I learned from them growing up. Although I never probably told them, but like I said, you never know who's watching you. So
Mhm.
it's so important. But yeah, I appreciate them. Appreciate
Now,
all of
before we end the live, like I said, I want you to hang on before we end the live.
them.
But I
Okay.
also want you to. Is there any closing thoughts that you have?
Hmm.
I was gonna ask you closing
Hey,
thoughts.
let's
And
closing
while you're
thoughts.
thinking about that, I'm gonna show you this comment.
Okay. I'm the baby. Um, I'm just gonna say be your authentic self. Love you, love who God created you to be. And if you don't know who that is, search for it, ask him. But just, love, love life, enjoy while you're here on earth and fulfill your assignment. It's so important that you fulfill your assignment so somebody else can fulfill their assignment. And I could just say, just do what is placed in your heart to do. No matter what people say, no matter what if they say no, you know that this is for you and you have to do it and may have to do it alone. Just do
Mhm.
it. Just step out and do it because you don't want to have any regrets when you are in your late stage, late in age or whatever. Don't have no regrets. And if you do have regrets, look at it as grace, move
Mhm.
forward, and just continue on that path. But
Mhm.
it's so much. But think about your legacy. Think about what you want to contribute to the world, and what problems you want to solve that's going to help the next generation. And yeah, just love life. Not just love life, but love fulfilling your purpose that you're supposed to fulfill and finding that.
Right. That's
Yeah, I hope that made
awesome.
sense. I hope that made sense. So,
Yeah, it does. And I'm gonna show you these last two comments before we close.
okay. Hey, Monica. That's my cousin, Monica. Hey, Monica.
Listen.
I love my
And that's
cousin. That's my now Monica. That's my girl too. From hot, yeah. Monica, she's the truth. Yeah. Monica, yeah. Monica gonna tell you the truth, and I love that about
listen,
her.
listen. Miss
Thank you,
Monica
Monica.
is Miss Monica has a sweet spirit too, because you know we go to the same church, Strong Tower.
Oh yes, angel, all sweethearts, sweethearts. Yes, sweethearts. Love, love,
And
love.
also I forgot to do this at the beginning, so I'm gonna do this now.
Okay.
Because I forgot to say the sponsor for the podcast. The
Oh,
podcast has Today's podcast has been brought to you by More Than Skin Beauty Bar and Spa. They're located at 1801 D West Evans Street in Florence. That's Suite 108, and that's in Florence, South Carolina. Miss Chelsea Chamberlain is the owner. So make sure you holler at Chelsea if you want to get your skin right. She does a variety. I was supposed to write down some of the things, but she does like the skin. She does that different types of waxing, but you can go on the
yes.
website, go to her page, her Facebook page. You can also follow her on Instagram. And if you message her about, she could tell you what services she offers. So make sure you contact her. And she's
And
awesome.
she did. She didn't. I went to her before. I went to Angels. Yeah, she's good.
She's awesome, isn't she?
Yes, yes, she is. She is. And the atmosphere is very relaxing. So yes, awesome, awesome. Yeah.
See Chelsea, I tell her, and I'm not the only one that has told her this.
Hmm.
Her what she does is a form of her is a ministry. It's a
Hmm.
ministry. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
different jobs that people have, that's their ministry. And some don't even realize it, but that's definitely her gift because I don't go to
She
spas,
did.
but I was like, let me go. But let me tell you something. I'm a client. I've been going for months now.
I have to schedule an appointment when I'm back in town to go to her. But yeah, I
Yes,
went to her. Yes.
she's
She's
awesome.
good. She really is. Makes you feel very.
Now, Shalonda, I'm gonna say this.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Uh-oh.
the
Oh
say,
Lord.
listen. Let me tell you this. Let me say something. The say, well, Tori, what am I talking about? Let me tell you, your flow, you just flow. You
Yes.
know you got a gift, right? So that's why I say just flow with it. And you see, look, it's an hour in. You was like, Tori, what am I saying? What am I talking about? And you see the comments. The proof is in the comments that people are appreciating the conversation. So you did an awesome job. So let me get the flowers back to you.
And you know what, Tori? I was listening when Kendria did her women's empowerment, and the young lady she spoke and she said something to me, and it always sticks to me. Stop hiding yourself. She told me that. I kind of like, shy away from certain things because you want to push other people and not yourself. And so when you ask me, I'm like, I don't know, Tori. I didn't think about this, what I'm gonna say. But you have to tell your story. You have to tell yeah, you have to tell your story. Everyone has a story. What is your story? What
Right.
would be your book title? That's one question that I did ask, and I want to continue to ask that question. What would be your book title if you had a book to write? What would be that? You know, um, and a lot of times we're like, oh, I'm not quite sure. But at the end of the day, I had to step out, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's a lot more I got to do. So I got a
Yeah.
whole lot to do. And like you said, I want to be empty when it's time for me to yeah, I want to be empty. So
Yeah.
I'm I'm excited. I'm excited. Have some good people in my corner.
Hey, your
And
mama again.
oh T, I'm gonna talk to T when I get off the phone here.
And Victor says, great conversation with great people. Awesome job, both of you. Thank you so much for our flowers.
Thank you, Victor. We appreciate you.
And with that being said, like I said, Shalonda's a very busy person, so I don't want to take too much of her time. But Shalonda, hold on once we end the live. But thank you all for watching. Make sure you share this live. And if you would like to be a guest on the Keep the Faith podcast, you can email me at faithisnecessary@gmail.com, or you can call or text me at 843-920-8124. Again, that number is 843-920-8124. And make sure you tell a friend if you follow, make sure you follow the Keep the Faith podcast Facebook page, and also follow YouTube page on YouTube is Keep the Faith with Tori, because I think I had to change it up a little bit because there's so many Keep the Faith, so I had to try to change it up a little bit. So on YouTube is Keep the Faith with Tori, and on Facebook is Keep the Faith, but I probably need to change that too. So you're able to find me. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Shelanda's family and friends for showing up and showing out and giving her the support and love. And you see how she flowed with it. And Miss
All the
Kimberly
questions
said,
and comments.
and Miss Kimberly says, nice job, ladies. God bless you both. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Kimberly.
And your mom says, amen. See, I gotta meet your mama. Your mama sweet like you. I gotta meet your mama.
That's what they say. They say I'm sweet like tea, so I might be sweet like tea
Listen, I
brushing.
gotta meet your mama because you, like I said, you are very, like I said, before we got on the live, Shelanda gave me some encouraging words right before I hit live. And I really needed it because, yeah, I'll just say I needed it because I don't want to go into
It's
detail, but
okay.
I needed
You good?
it.
You good.
And listen, as Monica said, thank you for this. You're welcome, Monica.
Sweetheart.
All right, you guys, we're out. You guys take care and be blessed. And like I said, if you missed the beginning, make sure you watch the replay, make sure you share, and make sure you tell people, because I think Shelanda did an awesome job. And Shelanda, you got to come back.
Oh, I will. I will come back. And my family, all my cousins and stuff, y'all come back too. So we'll
And
all do
listen,
this podcast together.
y'all heard it live. She said she was going to come back. So you heard it live. But thank you guys for watching. And at the end of the podcast, each podcast I always say that no matter what you go through in this thing called life, you may bend, but don't you dare break. Now, last week, I will say this. When I said that, I had Miss Naj on the podcast last week, and she said something that was so awesome. She said that sometimes you have to be broken in order to fulfill your full purpose. And I thought that was awesome. That was really, really good. So sometimes you have to be broken in order to fulfill your full purpose. Now, I may not be quoting it right, but it was to that effect, what she was saying.
Yep.
And I thought that was awesome. But you guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great evening and tune in next Monday. I do this every Monday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what other, but it's 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So thank you guys for watching. You have a blessed evening. Bye.
See y'all later.